a little audio bumper to start this one. It's going to be pretty ghetto because I'm using a new app and I don't feel like fucking bumper audioing this shit.
Is it T-Pain or Master P?
Those things you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I might as well go announce that I'm live since nobody's watching. Actually, Twitch still says it's sending data. So we haven't started yet. Let me know when it's live. Oh, it is live. How cute. We're live, Eric.
Oh, we're on the internet?
We are live on the internet. It's been a long time since my last I Regret Nothing podcast, actually. I want to
Do
say...
you regret that?
No, I haven't had a lot. I mean, I've had plenty to say. I just haven't had a lot of time. And the people that I normally did it with aren't really available. And, I just had to figure things out. And I finally figured them out. I got my friend Eric on the line. Eric is...
So I'm like a third choice?
Like 8th or 9th, maybe. Like
I'll take that.
You've been up the list before, but as of recently, I had to move you down, which is fine. But I should announce that we're live here. Hold on, let me do that bullshit. It's a good thing I'm doing this while I'm hosting this.
Yeah, your PR team is lacking, bro.
I am the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I announced it on the fucking Discord, so people either listen or they don't. So this is I Regret Nothing podcast number 14. The last one was October of 2018, so it's been a little over a year. I've done it quite a number of streams. Well, listen, the reason why I didn't really do anything is because we didn't really have a lot to say. I mean, I had a lot to talk about, but it wasn't exactly running with scissors talk. We were working on a game. Nobody knew we were working on it. And so, like, we'd be doing these podcasts and we'd be beating around the bush. Everyone would be like, oh, we're working on something. Oh, we're working on something. Oh, it's not Postal. Oh, it is Postal. Oh, I don't know. So, I mean... We've kind of gone up and down with our podcast. I mean, I did a bunch of them in a 2-year period where we would just talk about bidets and things like that, video game news. But now we can talk about Postal 4. I mean, if you are not someone that normally watches the crap that I put out, which is me streaming Postal 4, then you would not know that Postal 4 is out. So, I'm here to announce 2 months late after the game already came out and has been selling well that Postal 4 No Regrets is on Steam Early Access, and now it is available on GOG as well. We just put it out there on the 16th. Along with that, Postal 1 is now free on all channels it's available on, and Postal 2 is on a big sale right now. It's down to $1 on Steam for the Steam holiday sale. I know, Eric, you're a big gamer. You're a big gamer, right, Eric?
Yeah, I'm gaming right now, man. I can't stop. I started, and it's just kind of my life now.
So anyway, we released this title, Postal 4, out the gate. It did really well. We were very surprised. We knew we were putting out something that was like less than high quality, which is what we've historically always done. I mean, we don't make great games. We make funny games. We make shit people tend to play and play again and laugh about, and it gets better as you play it. So we put out this janky build of Postal 4 that we were definitely a little nervous that people would like, and as it turns out,
it went well.
It went really well.
Everything went better than expected.
Yeah, much better than expected. We sold plenty of copies, which is good, obviously. It's good to get the funding that we needed, but most importantly, the game is sitting at a 91% positive user score on Steam, with like getting close to 3,400 reviews up there, which is pretty amazing for a game that, I mean, it's really early and it's not optimized. It doesn't run on a lot of people's machines. Even people with badass machines can barely run it. So, like, as I've always said, the Steam community is very forgiving with our crap. They love us. They love the shit we put out, even if it's janky and mediocre, because we support it. We're there. We respond to emails. We respond to forum posts. We do all that good stuff, and it's clearly worked out in the early access, which is a huge gamble. I mean, plenty of people have gotten fucked with early access titles. Companies put them out, and they've been out there for 5 years. They never get finished. They just took in some money and bolted. So it was kind of cool. And my friend Eric here, it was his coming out party.
I did. I'm out now, man.
He's out. Eric is out as part of the Postal 4 universe. He is the voice of the animal catcher, and
yes,
he's also on the writing team. He helped write. Actually, he mostly wrote a lot of the radio spots that we just put out recently. He also played one of the voice characters in the radio station, Pontius.
Correct.
To be specific, the weather reports are read by Pontius. So
it's gonna rain.
That's right. So Vizzy, Eric is he's one of our guys. He's on the team. He's one of our writers. He's one of our voice actors, and so
it's been a pleasure, Mike.
Get used to his fucking face. You probably will end up seeing his dick before too long, because that's definitely one of his things.
You didn't tell me we were doing that. Push the button for a $5 donation, and we can see what we can do, guys.
Yeah.
Is it that kind of a? No.
Yeah. No. They could. We'll just start running this like a little internet whoring operation.
Right. And $5 is even a better bargain than Postal to see my dick, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody is, but
I mean, I feel like with the latest batch of TV stuff, we've been seeing a lot of dick. I don't know,
it's
Eric,
true.
You haven't started watching The Watchmen yet. And
I haven't.
It definitely goes out of its way to show a lot of dick, and goes out of its way to not show breasts. So,
which, I mean, we've seen a lot of breasts in our lifetime, and I think, people are just waking up. But my question, more importantly, is what kind of dicks are we talking about
blue
here?
dicks.
Are there any, like mine?
No, they're blue and they're BBDs.
Okay. So definitely not.
Yeah, there are big black dicks, not little Mexican dicks. We already had a very minor circumcision argument on the Twitter today, because if you didn't see, we released our Hanukkah card, and it's got a little guillotine on the table that says "snip the tip," and I referred to discounting Postal 4 as circumcising it by 20%, and so there was a couple kids on the Twitter that were like, "Oh my God, is the Postal dude circumcised?"
So hold on, is that why you had me on for this whole thing? Is because you're
yes,
trying to?
I
your
had
marketing
you on
ploy?
so me and you could have the foreskin no foreskin argument live. On
this has
internet.
devolved very, very quickly, way worse than I thought it was going to.
That's why our podcasts are not listed on Apple Podcasts. They were rejected.
You're welcome.
I can't tell you exactly why. All I can tell you is that they rejected them. So
yeah, well, that's stupid, because I'll tell you what, the convertible is the way to go, Mike. You get the best. Yeah, you get the best of both worlds.
I'm more apt to just be in the completely topless car region. Just give me the open car.
Look, circumcised dicks are like Florida. Okay. People
Everybody
say they
loves
like
to go there, and then they never want to go back. Is that what you're saying?
Right. Exactly. And it's not cozy there at all.
We're here. Oh, it's disgusting. Let's leave.
Yeah. Oh man.
Time to go.
It's like that Big Mouth episode.
I'm not fully through the newest season yet.
What?
I know. There's just been so many other things, and my wife's in school, and I know. I watched everything else. I'm caught up on Mandalorian. I'm caught up on Mr. Robot. I'm caught up on The Watchmen. I'm just not caught up on Big Mouth. I know. It's fucking stupid.
I'm almost caught up on Expanse too, just so you know, because I know that
is on my list of topics. We'll get to those things later. I still feel like I'm not done talking about Postal 4, just because this is the Running with Scissors, I Regret Nothing podcast, and that is why people give a fuck about us. They really don't care about our opinions on bidets, on foreskins.
I disagree, but I can tell you that there is going to be a lot of dick jokes in Postal 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a hand in that, if you will.
Well, I've had some recent callbacks for people wanting the Postal babes back, and I'm like, come on, dude, let's get Postal bros this time around. I feel like if we're going to objectify women, we should also objectify males. Plus, you know, we have a relatively decent sized female community and gay community, and like we have to appeal to them too. Like,
right, they're getting left out.
Yeah, right. I can't require all my female fans to be lesbians. They may not be into women. I want them to be into dudes. And
would it be possible to dress a bunch of dicks up like crotchy?
Well, crotchy is just balls, so
right. Well, I mean, so still, I don't know if you know this about penises, but most of them also have balls. So Sharpie, little.
Are we gonna have a contest? Send in your best homemade crotchy.
Yeah.
Draw eyes and a mouth on the bottom of your shaft.
Talk about cosplay.
We have been sending out our press releases, and on the bottom we used to say, for any questions or comments, write this email. And lately I've been putting send all dick pics to Mike J and Vince, and I'm sad to say we only got one dick pic.
Maybe we can change that. Is this a call to action?
No, I don't. I'm not like here saying please send me a picture of your dick. I'm just saying, like, I'm surprised our fans haven't jumped on the opportunity when asked.
Well, I'm here saying that they definitely should.
Well, if you want to send your dick pics to Mike J and Vince, then you also have to send them to Eric.
I mean, I guess fair is fair.
People keep asking, where's Vince? Vince is not here. He is out of town. He was not available for this podcast, so he will not be here. Mr. Smiley supports this action. He wants us to get all the dick pics, or maybe he just wants the Postal Bros. I don't know. I feel like if we had like a nice, overweight neckbeard, like fireman calendar for the Postal Bros, that would be pretty solid. Like
I think so too.
I don't want a calendar full of buff dudes. I want a calendar full of like average Joes. Like guys that may or may not play Postal or go Postal. I don't know. Does that sound like
I mean, I would look at that calendar, especially if the poses were correct. Maybe if they were similar to the Postal Babes calendar poses.
In case anybody wants to know, Eric is my first Running with Scissors, I Regret Nothing podcast guest that has docked with another dude.
This is absolutely true. I might be the only one that anybody listening knows or has ever seen that has actually done that.
Right, and it wasn't a sexual thing. It wasn't. No
homo.
Thing. It was just he docked with a dude. It was at a party full of U of A basketball players, and well, that's why they suck now. They saw that happen one time, and now they.
I guess
suck.
It was my fault. But it was a hell of an experience nonetheless.
Yeah.
I wish everybody could have seen it, but
it was
somewhat privileged
time.
It really, really was.
Anyway, back to Postal 4.
We need to put something about that in there too. I'm gonna
docking.
Take some notes down.
Sure.
Yeah.
Actually, you should put it. Yeah. We should write a commercial, like a docking commercial, or a call-in. Right. One of the call-ins.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I agree. We'll do that.
Yeah, put it on the board. So the radio station, we just put that in recently, and it seems to have gone off pretty well. I know not everybody loves metal music, but that's what we have on there now. Actually, Eric's band is also on the radio station. The band is
definitely not metal though, too.
It's not. It's Saint Varela. It's mostly metal and Saint Varela. So you hear his sexy singing voice and his guitar playing ways there in the radio station. So if you listen to the Saint Varela tracks, that's Eric's band. And then, we got the Stands with Fists, obviously, and a few other guys that wrote in. And we're going to be launching multiple radio stations soon. We're probably going to have an actual comedy talk radio station, maybe an electronic music station, just give everybody what they want. I mean, I have one country artist right now, so if I could get more country tracks, I could have a country radio station. I wouldn't
Who's
listen to
the country artist?
Drew Cooper,
Oh, of course,
obviously.
of course.
Who else would it
is
be?
Tucson, right? Right.
Yes. So all of you got to hear Civvy in the game for the first time. Seems to go over well. He was our first caller, and it went so well, in fact, that we're going to put him in the game.
He's good.
Yeah, he did a good job.
There's no other way to say it.
Yeah, we don't have an ETA yet, but Civvy will be in the game. That fucking weird helmet wearing motherfucker is going to be in the game. So you get ready for that. All right, I think I'm done talking about Postal 4. It's 20% off right now on Steam and GOG or our own website, postalgames.com. So go pick up a copy. Pick up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 copies. Give some to your friends. Buy it again. Every copy we sell helps us. Goes right back into development. Finish the game earlier. Make it better. Yada, yada, yada. All that shit. My only other gaming that I wanted to talk about was some VR stuff. And I know that's not something you've really gotten into much, Eric, other than when you came and you fell in love with the tilt brush game at my office.
Yeah, that was pretty. Can you guys do something like that?
Can we make an art game? Can we make an art game in VR?
That'd be cool.
Yeah. No, but
all right. Let's go fuck myself.
Valve announced the follow-up, finally, sort of, a prequel to Half-Life 2 called Alex, which is coming to VR in March, which is amazing news. It's been, give or take, 15 years since the last Half-Life 2 shit was announced. So it's kind of a big deal to me. I have been waiting for any form of Half-Life coming, and it's finally coming. And I went and got myself a Valve Index, and I have it at home just so I can do that. Now, with the Valve Index, I started playing such games as Twin Peaks VR. That's a show you really need to watch, Eric. It's right up your alley.
I know.
You were really into that the OA on Netflix, which is clearly people who say we need Mike's singing in the game. I don't know about that. I sing in my podcasts. People love it, actually, so you can go fuck yourself, Eric.
I have already read, so I'll do it again. I just remember that you used to be able to sing the final countdown really well.
Yeah.
But then you couldn't.
I mean, I could probably still sing it. I just need to know my limitations. I got to keep it in the right octave because I'm not a little boy anymore, and I don't have that fucking falsetto in my...
It's true. I mean, were you a little boy when you were 27, though? Because that's the first time I heard you belt it out.
My nuts dropped.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've got the karaoke thing at your house.
I know.
You guys don't know that Mike has a pretty awesome karaoke setup.
I do. I have an awesome karaoke setup at home. I have people over. We do karaoke at the house. It's a good time.
We have some hard seltzers. We sing some songs.
How is Twin Peaks VR, Dick? Dick, it's fine. It's not really a game. It's more of a interactive VR experience where you can see various areas from the shows, and they have little tasks that you need to do. But I don't know, it hits all the feels. It's a little creepy. I played it at night, and then it reminded me how fucking whack job the third season was, and maybe I'll watch it again. I don't know. But I need to watch this. Yeah, you do need to watch Twin Peaks. The original season is fucking gold. The second season, it's weird and gets a little off topic. And then the third season, which came out literally 25 years later, is just fucking berserk. It's truly insane.
Maybe I'll start watching it right now.
Just turn on Twin Peaks while we're that tune comes on. Twin Peaks is a fucking mindfuck, guys. Anybody that's listening, if you never watched Twin Peaks, hop on your streaming service that has it. I want to say it's on Netflix still, and just start watching. It's fucking wacky. It's David Lynch, early
some wacky 90s stuff.
Yeah, some wacky shit. So anyway, next topic, Star Wars, obviously. It's been a big few weeks for Star Wars because, in my opinion, the best thing Star Wars has ever produced is Mandalorian. I can't go any other way with that. I think it's better than the original trilogy. I think it's better than the new movies. I like non-serialized shows, and obviously I love Baby Yoda.
Yeah, who doesn't?
I mean, I loved him so much I bought a fucking pop socket for my phone of little Baby Yoda drinking the soup.
Although Babu Freak is up there with him now too.
I
for
know
me.
that's the problem, is that Babu is in basically one scene of the movie, 1.5 scenes.
Right.
And
Right.
for those of you that haven't seen it, it's not a spoiler. There's just this really cute, cool character that doesn't really speak English, and his name's Babu Frick. And
I want to see him and Baby Yoda get together, have like a play date.
that would be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. Disney, if you're listening,
Disney, if you're listening, Babu Frick,
which I'm
Baby
sure you
Yoda.
as soon as we started talking about dicks, the Disney execs were like, "Hey,
Oh,
I don't know what's
you know
going on
what?
over here."
These guys know what they're talking about.
Right.
We should bring them on as Imagineers.
Now that is what I'm talking about.
Episode 8 is a work of art, Detour says. I believe that would be a very highly contested fact. And while I enjoyed episode 8 and thought it was a good movie, I don't think I would call it a work of art. I do think it had the best fight of all the movies. I do think the throne room fight was...
Agreed. You talked about that earlier somewhere. I saw on the internet.
It's definitely top lightsaber battle to me. Even though the Praetorian Guards did not have lightsabers, I thought the fight was just fucking epic.
It certainly was.
Yeah, I mean, look, Kylo's fight. Well, I guess we shouldn't overly talk about Episode 9. It's out. It's very good. We had a good time watching it last night.
We certainly did. I loved it.
Yeah,
I
it
got
was great.
teary-eyed a bunch. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a teary-eyed kind of movie. I realized that the movie was basically made to almost retcon everything that happened in the movie before it. So it was like fighting with itself, and there were plot holes galore. And I don't give a shit because I had a good time watching it, and I want to see it
Look, there's been
again.
plot holes the whole thing.
Yeah.
Every trilogy has plot holes.
Well, it's anything
you know,
fantasy has plot holes. You can't walk yourself out of every single fucking plot
Right.
hole.
I mean, we're talking about like ancient space pirates in a galaxy far away, and you're worried about little plot holes. Get out of here.
Someone just said, so would you say they are better than the prequels? I fight with people about the quality of the new movies because I think they're just fine. But I do not fight with people who think the prequels suck, because they do. They're horrible.
I still like them though.
Oh no, I can watch them because they're Star Wars and they're interesting, and the story is definitely a part of what I need. But like when you watch them, it's very obvious none of those people are even in the same room. Like Lucas was so intent on using green screen that he didn't even have actors on set at the same time. So they're not talking to each other. They're not acting off of each other. And there are no real set pieces. Everything is green screened. Everything looks so synthetic. I don't know.
Yeah, well, the human interaction is a big part of anything. But the other thing, and for those of you that aren't old enough to remember when those movies came out, politically, he really kind of, I think, grandstanded a lot, not with like the politics at the time, but just he was trying to make a lot of points in his script just about social stuff.
I am the Senate.
Yeah, like there was all of that. There was too much of that, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, you're right. And he made those movies for his kids. It was very obvious.
Right. And then, I mean, Jar Jar, let's not even get started.
Was pretty cool.
The pod racing was cool.
I am a firm believer that Jar Jar Binks was supposed to be the Sith Lord behind it all.
They really, they had a chance to do that, and they just didn't.
I know. Lucas is a pussy. He didn't follow through because he fucked up and made him such a fucking douchebag in the first movie that nobody wanted to see him anymore. If you could have made him like 15% less douchebag, maybe, just maybe, we would have had Darth Jar Jar.
That would have been amazing. I have all these ideas in my head, but I don't want to give away spoilers. But there are scenes in the last movie where that would have been pretty epic. Had he been replacing who is there.
I know. There was an opening. There was a big opening for Darth Jar Jar. Someone said at least
Misa been waiting for you.
the prequels have original designs. 90% of the new trilogy is a fusion of the old things. So this is the problem, okay? If you have too much new shit, people are like, where's the old? And if you have too much old shit, people are like, where's the new? So
I think there was a good mix in this last movie
I
of
agree.
that.
I mean, yes, we saw a little bit of where, the Endor moon system, but like not a lot. Most of the planets were new planets. It's not like they were hanging out on Jakku.
There was a lot though of things that I like that they brought back that I was like, ooh, yeah, I forgot about that totally.
Right.
It was nice. There was a lot of that good stuff, but then there are, like new creatures and things like that.
Yeah.
I thought they did a good job with it.
Yep.
But the first two, maybe.
Well, part of making a new series in the same, not just the same universe, but the same, like, part of what's going on is revisiting similar areas. I mean, the new movies did what I really wish the prequels did by having physical sets and practical effects. Like, there was just so much going on set versus
right. Well, it lost all the
continuity
with what made Star Wars like Star Wars. It lost that kind of that feel to it. It just, like you said, it all felt just completely fabricated.
Like Arrested Development season 4. That's what Arrested Development season 4 felt like.
Yes.
We can't get the actors on set at the same time, so we're going to make them pretend they're talking to each other, and you won't notice. Well, I noticed.
I noticed too.
So anyway, episode 9, solid as fuck. I don't know if it's more solid than episode 7 of Mandalorian, because that shit was fucking gold.
That really was. It disturbed me.
It is a little disturbing. I don't know if you people have watched any Mandalorian yet. If you have not, and you are even a little bit of a Star Wars fan, get yourself a Disney Plus subscription. If you have Verizon, you get a free year. If you don't, it's fucking $7, and next week you can watch all episodes in one sitting. It is, at this point, 7 amazing episodes of Star Wars.
Every one of them.
Yeah.
And they kind of they get better too.
Right. And everyone's different. It's not serialized. It does have an overarching plot that happens in the background, but it does what like the Clone Wars and Rebels did really well of individualizing episodes, like an old Western. Like every episode is its own story, and yeah, you got to cut down a lot of shit happening in 30 minutes, but it's well done. Like you can sort of sit down and watch an ep in any order, and it's just as good as any other one. Like you may or may not get some of the overarching story, but at least you can watch it. Whereas most shows nowadays, if you haven't seen the first 5 episodes, the 6th episode will mean nothing to you because they're completely serialized, and you need 5 episodes of story to get the 6th. So definitely tune into Mandalorian. Not to mention, like, there's a bunch of other really good shit on Disney Plus. I hate to sit and promote Disney shit because they don't need my help. But there's some good shows on there, man.
I signed up just for Mandalorian, right?
No, you didn't sign up for Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's whatever he was doing. But no, it's true. I went on there and there's all this content. I was like, ooh, look at that.
Yeah.
Here's DuckTales. I forgot about DuckTales.
Yeah, I watched some Chippendales Rescue Rangers the other day.
Yeah, Rescue Rangers. The National Geographic stuff is cool.
Boy Meets World.
Yeah, and then if I get bored, I just click on the Star Wars button, and I'm busy for the next 5 hours.
Right. There's endless stuff.
And they're doing more Star Wars stuff too, right? They're going to be doing the Darth Maul thing.
Oh man, this dude was talking about episode 8 of Twin Peaks. Well, Eric hasn't seen it, so episode 8 of The Return is fucking ridiculous. That's all I have to say. Yeah, it's art, but art is very subjective, and that shit was fucking wacko. just so everyone's clear. People ridicule me a lot for this, but Phantom Menace was my favorite. Yes, you deserve to be ridiculed. As far as I'm concerned, as far as I'm concerned, that movie is like it could be completely left out. Like the plot is meaningless. It doesn't advance anybody's story. It doesn't actually explain who the Phantom Menace is because it was going to be Jar Jar, and they fucked that up. So it's basically a movie about pod racing and a little kid, and yeah, I don't know.
Was there any ever merit to that idea of Jar Jar other than Reddit?
I mean, it took off outside of Reddit, but that's just kind of where it's lived and died.
Right.
I mean, what's his name? The guy that played his voice. I can't think of his name. He basically said, like, yes, there was a lot more planned. He shared a picture of the second movie's script early on, which was like, it had the title of like Jar Jar's Adventure or some shit like that. Yeah, no, it was some real shit. What about The Irishman? I haven't watched it yet. I haven't been able to set aside 4 hours to watch one movie.
Seriously, why is that so long? Who's got 4 hours?
I am gonna do it. I'm glad that I can do it at home and not at a theater, because in my advanced age I pee a lot now, and going to the theater for 4 hours sounds like a whole lot of peeing.
How many times did you pee for episode 9?
Once before, once during, and once after.
Somehow I made it through the whole thing. I mean, and it's possible because I was dehydrated from drinking so much the night before that I just couldn't. But usually it's the same thing. About 35, I just got to pee all the time during movies. I don't know what happens.
Yeah, no, it's a Qui-Gon Jinn and Maul are the saving grace. Okay, well, Maul was about as hollow of a villain as you could ever have. He looked super cool, and then he just got fucking shanked. I realized they brought him back in the animated series and now in Solo, but like, what a waste. What a waste.
Are there going to be more Solo movies? I thought I heard that at some point.
They were talking about it, but I think they've kind of put all Star Wars those like side movies on the side for now. I have a feeling they're going to start just doing more shows. Because like they're going to be doing the Obi-Wan show. Yeah,
but I need to find out what happens with Kira.
Yeah.
Like I need to. I need to find out what happens.
She was not Rey's mother.
Which would have been awesome.
It was a rumor. It was a rumor that she was... I mean, we still don't know who Rey's mother is. I was reading a breakdown yesterday. Oh, I can't talk about it. It's too spoilery. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It really is.
Never mind. I'm not going to talk about Rey's lineage. See the fucking movie. It's worth it. It's a good film. I don't care if you hate it afterwards. You need to know what happens. I guess you go read spoilers online, but you're not going to get them from me. You're not going to get them from me. But everything we talk about is going to be spoiler, I guess, because I did want to talk about Mr. Robot. I don't know how many people in our fan base watch Mr. Robot, but if you don't, you really should.
You definitely need to.
This season has been like a total fucking trip. Rami Malek is like just fucking amazing. BD Wong.
Everybody in it is amazing.
Yeah, everybody. I mean,
every single actor.
Carly Chaikin is great. What's his name? Fucking Christian Slater, amazing. But Rami Malek and BD Wong are fucking just insane together on screen.
BD Wong's best work he's ever done.
I agree.
And that's saying a lot. He's been in so much, right?
Yeah, I mean, I really loved him in Oz even. He was great in Oz, but just
he was great in Oz, SUV or whatever it was, SVU, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
This is easily his best.
BD Wong wearing a dress, that's my jam. I don't think that's too big of a spoiler. That's old news.
Yeah, it really is.
After like 4 years, I can talk about things, right?
You can talk about things whenever you want.
That's true. I can just spoil all day, and I can watch my viewer count go just right to the floor. These motherfuckers. Jurassic Park. What about Jurassic Park? Do you want me to rate it? Is that what you're asking? Jurassic Park was a great movie. That's about it. The rest of them are just hot garbage.
It's really hot garbage.
This newest Jurassic Park movie, I think it was made to insult our intelligence.
No, the third Jurassic Park movie.
The third one's really bad with fucking William H. Macy. And Tia Leone. Yeah, that was a really, really bad movie.
When the kid just jumps out of the jungle all of a sudden with his like little headband on.
He's
and
saying
a Nerf
Jurassic
gun.
Park because BD Wong was in it, of course. Fuck.
Yeah. That makes sense. Again, he was really good. He was good in those two, but the movie's still horrible.
He was good in the original film. In the latest one, where he was the villain, I didn't buy it so much. And I don't think it was his performance. I think he was fine. I just didn't buy it. Not to mention, they're selling dinosaurs at the end. Dinosaurs don't exist in this universe, and they're selling them. And they're like, $5 million.
Right.
They ended
We're
up,
going to
I think they ended
them.
up walking away from that with like, I don't remember, $400 million. And it was like, what the fuck? Like, that's a big haul for these people?
Right.
That's not a haul at all. That's Austin Powers shit.
Yeah, they should have been like $1 billion each.
Each.
Easily.
And like, that's not like minor continuity. Like, that's fucking stupid.
And let's be honest, the government would have swooped in and taken those dinosaurs over a long time ago.
Well,
Nobody would be selling them.
Stop them. Because he was... but I completely agree about the trash heap that has become Jurassic Park. Yeah, the first Jurassic World I didn't think was the worst thing in the world. I actually thought it was kind of nifty. The second one, why? Why on earth? It's almost like they took Jurassic World and changed a couple of little things and just remade the movie again. Very weird.
Yeah. I'll say this. The franchise did one thing that I thought was amazing, and that's they took the Velociraptors into something that we all hated and turned it into something that we loved. That's the only good thing that they did with the reboot of that.
But as
that's
you know,
everything else was horrible.
Velociraptors are not that big. Velociraptors are very tiny dinosaurs that they made into big dinosaurs for the movie. But yes, I agree.
That was it, though. Other than that,
Yeah. I mean, I am excited for the new Jurassic Park ride they're going to be putting up at Universal because the old one was horrible. Did you ever ride the ride at Universal?
No, I haven't been to Universal Studios since I think like the Jaws ride was new.
Got it. Yeah, been a while. So
yeah, it's been a minute.
When you finally go back, they'll have the Jurassic World ride, and it cannot be as bad as the old one.
I want to go on the Millennium Falcon ride.
We're going in March. We're going to go to Disneyland in March. So if you want to plan a trip with us, we're taking the kids. My brother's kids.
See, you had me. You had me until that.
You don't have to watch the kids. That's why we're bringing Athena.
Okay, that'll do.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought.
That'll do.
So if anybody wants to come meet some of the Running with Scissors crew, we'll be at Disneyland in March. If you want more info, hit me up. So anyway, Mr. Robot, been super fucking solid. It ends this Sunday, the final episode, 2-hour series finale. Is he in the Matrix? Is he not in the Matrix? What's going on? I don't know.
Hallucination.
What?
It's hallucination. I think it's hallucination.
Could be. Who knows? Disneyland in Paris? Oh, man, I want to. I want to go on that fucking Ratatouille ride. I saw that on the Imagineers. Oh, have you watched that show yet on Disney+?
No. I saw that there was like one back in the 90s about the Imagineers.
No, maybe you got to watch this shit, dude. Watch the Imagineers show. The one thing that show does piss me off a little bit about is I'm one of those people that goes to Disneyland and I'm like, why the fuck are none of these rides even remotely updated? Like, at all.
Right.
Why are all the big rides about properties that no kid knows anything about today and purposefully knows nothing about? Like, Splash Mountain is every kid's favorite ride. They're not going to be able to turn on Disney Plus to see Song of the South. It's literally banned. Why is their main attraction still based on it? Why? So you watch this Imagineer show and they're like showing you all the different Disneyland stuffs around the world and what it took to build them. And I'm like, holy fuck, all these parks have better rides than we do. The fucking Shanghai Disneyland, their fucking Space Mountain is a Tron ride. It's fucking epic. I did hear what?
We definitely need a Tron ride.
Well, they're putting they're Justin told me the other day they're putting the Tron ride in Disney Studios in Orlando. Which is great. Yeah, but then you have
to go to fucking Orlando.
Yeah, which is great.
We had to talk about Florida earlier.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, they've got the Ratatouille ride in Paris. They've got the fucking Tron ride. They've got a brand new Pirates ride at Disneyland Shanghai because when they were like, oh, we're going to build Pirates of the Caribbean, the Shanghai investors were like, no. No, you're not. It's going to be a fun ride. It's going to be exciting. And so it looks so dope. But then again, I haven't been to Star Wars Land yet, so I'm like waiting until the second ride is open. And the second ride opens at the end of January. And I did see the previews on the Imagineers show. You got to watch that shit, man. It's only 6 episodes. I think that's it. There might have been a new one today, but it's really cool. And it does make you wish Walt Disney didn't die as young as he did, because Disney went through a lot of shit for a long time with people that were just fucking, they didn't get it.
Well, that's how it goes. By the way, in case you guys haven't noticed, about 90% of what me and Mike talk about all the time are shows that I need to watch.
Yeah.
And then he hounds me for months until I do it.
And then he watches it and he's like, fuck, why did I wait this long?
Yeah, it's true. I'll wake up to texts and he's just like, hey, you fucking dick, have you watched Watchmen yet?
Yeah, dude, oh man. I didn't even put that on my list. I know we've brought it up a little bit, but anybody that is a fan of the Watchmen graphic novel or a fan of the Watchmen movie, that show is just, it's so good. It's just
There's a lot of good content out there right now.
There is a lot of good content out there, but HBO has been pretty much knocking things out of the park. I realize Game of Thrones season 8 was a touchy subject for a lot of people.
Ooh, yeah. It's a little late in the game to be talking about that, but
I know, but
true.
I missed the whole year. I didn't have a podcast all year. And then when I had a podcast, the people that I was doing it with didn't even watch Game of Thrones. Neither did you.
Well, I did at the end.
Yeah. I got you to blow through 7 seasons, so.
I did in like 4 weeks. It was intense.
Yeah. Well, Game of Thrones happened. It's over. Now
there's another one of those coming too, right?
Yeah. Well, they had originally started a pilot for The Long Night, so it would have been like a story about the first men and all that. But I think they canceled it after the pilot because it was so bad. And then they greenlit House of the Dragon, which is basically just a visual retelling of the book Fire and Blood, which is just all Targaryen history, which is actually pretty cool. I read most of the book. It got a little old, but Kid in the Hall says Jeremy Irons was probably his favorite part. Yeah, he played Ozymandias on The Watchmen. Holy fuck, is he good. Jeremy Irons is good in everything as well, but
he's been in a lot too.
Yeah, he has, but man, he is
lot.
very, very good on Watchmen. I mean, just fucking good. Vinyl, I did watch Vinyl 1 season. It was really cool. Gone, also gone. Vinyl had what's his name on it? The guy from he was on Mr. Robot. What's his fucking name? The guy with the mustache.
Oh, the bad guy dude.
What is his fucking name in real life? Vinyl HBO.
Look it up.
I'm looking.
You've got the internets.
I know exactly who it is. Bobby Cannavale. He's on Boardwalk Empire, Mr. Robot, and Vinyl. Vinyl was awesome. Actually, Eric, it's only 1 season and it got canceled. You would love that show. You should watch that.
Vinyl.
It's about record execs in New York in the 80s. It was.
Yeah, I told you guys 90%.
Yeah, he's in The Irishman. You're right. He's in The Irishman too. I haven't seen it, but well, I think Vinyl was co-written with Mick Jagger, and there was some creative issues with the show, and HBO just wasn't getting along with Mick very well, so they ended up canceling the show. But really, really good show. Holy shit! I can't believe I haven't told you to watch that before. Actually, Eric,
I can't either.
I know. I told you to watch
can't.
everything. But you should watch Vinyl. It's pretty cool. You're into that shit. You're into the record stuff. So
I do. I like records.
Yeah, and like it has a bunch of bands from the '80s, with other people playing them and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's basically like a biopic.
What is it on?
HBO.
Where am I going?
It's on HBO.
Oh, it's on HBO.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. No, I pretty much dropped HBO after Game of Thrones. So.
Well, let me tell you, Watchmen is worth it. Yeah, Vinyl was really good too. So you should really watch that. So The Expanse, that might be the last thing on my topics. That's like one of my top shows for sure.
Yeah.
And this latest season is just fucking crazy.
Here's the thing, though. If you haven't seen The Expanse and you start watching it and you think, what is this horse shit that I'm seeing? That's kind of a natural reaction to it.
Yeah.
Right? It looks like horrible acting. It's like, oh, another space show. But I don't know, what, about 5 episodes in, something like that? You just can't stop.
Right.
And then it all just kind of makes
like
sense.
The first 4 episodes are almost like film noir stuff, like detective-y shit on a, fairly low budget set. But if you've read the books, which you should because they are fucking stellar. Yeah, man, this show is definitely top sci-fi shows ever. Better than Battlestar Galactica. What did someone ask? Have we watched The Boys? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was a quick
That was
watch.
good.
There was no putting
that
that
went
one
quick.
down.
Yeah, that I couldn't stop watching that. Like in bed before I went to sleep.
Yeah, it was
being up too late.
Just too good. I mean, I put that in the same ilk as Watchmen, kind of the, superhero, the gritty superhero shit. Very good shit. The dude, you love Battlestar. If you like Battlestar, which I do, I think Battlestar is one of my favorite shows of all time. The Expanse it's different. It's like more realism based sci-fi, but it is just it's basically Game of Thrones in space. It was written by 2 guys that were George R.R. Martin's assistants with writing Game of Thrones. They go by the pen name James S.A. Corey, and they basically wrote very similar books. Like, it's just different characters' perspectives, and
I hadn't noticed that, but that's very true.
Yeah,
it is very Games of Thrones-y.
Yeah, it is. It's war and politics, but if we colonized the Mars and the Belt and everything.
But they also did, I think, a good job, like Altered Carbon did, of kind of talking about how things are probably going to go in the future with technology.
Right. Just because we've made it to space does not mean we don't have racist problems and class system problems.
It just gets more complex.
Oh, man. Someone wants to know what we think about Rick and Morty. Here's the problem, friends.
I just started that, by the way.
Eric just started
it. I just finished the 3rd season last week. I know.
So there's this line from the latest season. There's an episode where they are making heist crews. It's basically making fun of Ocean's movies. And the main line is, "You son of a bitch, I'm in." And basically, it's been the latest meme all over the internet for just about everything.
I love those.
Because anytime there's a crew put together, like the last 2 episodes of Mandalorian, someone posts the Rick and Morty meme, "You son of a bitch, I'm in."
Bitch, I'm in. Yeah. I like the one that's I get up, my dog is like, "You son of a bitch, I'm in." That's my favorite one of those so far.
Yeah. Well, you'll get it in 4 seasons. When you're all caught up on Rick and Morty. Although that's I have to there's not a lot of episodes. You can blow through that shit in a night.
Yeah, I think I have to buy it to stream it though, right? Because it's just on live TV right now.
No, it's on Hulu.
Is it on Hulu?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you son of a bitch, I'm in.
I'm in, yeah. See, so you got to watch that. And you know what else comes out this upcoming week? More Letterkenny. I'm not sure how. Because season 7 just aired so there's more 2 months ago, and season 8.
That's amazing.
Right.
Tell them about what we're doing also in April?
Oh yeah, we bought tickets for the Letterkenny live tour. It's coming to Phoenix. If you guys haven't watched Letterkenny, I don't know how to explain it other than it's a Canadian show about hockey players, hicks, and junky ass ravers, but it is fucking pure gold. I had to hound Eric for months to watch this shit. And the first few episodes are not amazing until you know.
Well, they're not because you just don't get what's going on, right? You have to kind of learn.
Right.
You have to learn the syntax.
Rewatch the first few episodes after watching the show, they are much, much funnier. But the show is just fucking amazing. If you want a new comedy to watch Letterkenny. It's on Hulu. Or if you're in Canada, it's on Crave. It is fucking amazing.
and wish me the best of luck in getting the cast to come drink with us
Yeah.
afterwards. That is my mission.
We bought VIP tickets to the Letterkenny live tour. A bunch of them are coming to Phoenix. And Eric's one job at the meet and greet is to get them to go drinking with us afterwards.
I'm good at that. I get celebrities to come drink.
Yeah, that would be excellent.
That would be really cool.
It's like
Maybe they're watching right now.
Nobody in our chat is talking about Expanse. I'm thinking nobody watches it.
They really need to. But I mean, if they started, I can see why they would stop.
Yeah,
I really can. And I will say this last season, it's really good, but it doesn't kind of bounce around enough for me like the other seasons did.
Right. It was serialized.
It really was.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they've been in this, structure for the whole thing.
Right. Every episode had nothing to do with the last, and then all of a sudden they serialized. Although I think they had to do something because season 6, not amazing.
Right. Yeah. I just can't believe there's so many seasons of it. But then again, it took me a long time to start watching. Yeah.
Somebody in here was talking about how, let me see, Kid in the Hall, he said his girl and him just finished Battlestar Galactica. It's like a religious experience, and it's actually super religious-y, which, is not my favorite thing, but it is important for the show. I know I've told you before, Eric, but you really should watch Battlestar Galactica. It is...
All right, so we've mentioned what is it?
Vinyl. There's only one season. You got to finish Rick and
Battlestar
Morty.
Battlestar
Galactica and Rick and Morty.
Well, Rick and Morty I started at least. What was the other one? Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks. Yeah, you got some old shows to watch. Battlestar is not.
Which one do I do first, or do I just do like episode of one, other one, other one?
If I had to like put things that I think you'll like the most. Probably Twin Peaks.
Okay.
But Battlestar is just so, except the last 2 episodes, it's like perfect. It's perfect. There's a lot of episodes, though. There's 4 seasons, and there's like 22 episodes a season. They're like 40-minute episodes. And the opening episode is like a movie. I think it's 2 hours long.
If we're going to talk about space shows, we have to shout out to Firefly and R.I.P.
I know. That's definitely one of my all-time sad graveyard shows.
I mean, the movie came out cool, whatever.
I mean, at least it finished the story.
Right. But I wanted a lot more. I wanted more episodes. And talk about not being serialized.
Yeah. Yeah.
I loved it.
Well, it had that good overarching plot, but each episode, that show was a Western. It was a space Western.
Right.
And it really did. I don't know. It was one of those shows that was before its time, I guess. Like, I don't know. People weren't as into the concept of a space Western. Just didn't hit people. And now Mandalorian's out there. Now Mandalorian's out there fucking wrecking shit with their space Western. Just fucking amazing.
I really want to know where that's going.
Well,
I
don't know,
because and again, I not a lot I can say. I want to talk about things that we just saw, but I want to see where it's going.
I know, and the last episode was the first cliffhanger episode we've had, like first real cliffhanger episode we've had, and now I'm empty until next Friday. I have nothing to say. I just need to know what happens next. Oh, somebody brought up Westworld. Did you watch Westworld, Eric?
No, I don't think I watched Westworld.
There you go. Add that to your list. That too? Yeah, that's another HBO show. It's fucking crazy, actually. It's good, but it's wacky. Do you know what it's about? Do you ever see the movie from the I think the 70s? It's basically like a Western.
Let's not even talk about movies
park.
I haven't seen, because you dig into those too.
It's a Western theme park where it's like a full size like Western area, and everybody's a robot, and you can kind of live out your fantasies there. You can kill them, you can fuck them, you can do all kinds of shit. And
I like that.
Anthony Hopkins is in it. It's
okay. Well, that's all you had to say.
Yeah, Anthony Hopkins and what's his fucking Ed Harris. Ed Harris is in it.
There was kind of like a Black Mirror episode that was sort of like that.
Yeah. Basically, Westworld is one long episode of Black Mirror. It's
Okay, all
fucking
right.
nuts. And it's all over the place. Like, you can't tell what time period things are in. Like, and the town resets, but you don't know how long it takes for it to reset, and everything just kind of keeps happening over and over different ways. It is fucking wacko. And that's one of those shows that highly benefits from a weekly release, because like, you finish an episode and you're like, I have to go on Reddit now and find out what I just watched, because I have no fucking idea.
I can't make sense of this.
And I need someone smarter to tell me what I just missed.
Well, you know what helps with that too is subtitles.
I only watch TV with subtitles.
Yeah, well, I got that from you also, and I can't not do that now because I realized how much shit I was missing.
Right. I mean, you don't even need to stare at them. You just have them there as an accessory. I mean, that's the problem. People don't like them because they end up staring at them, and it's like, no, you just got to learn that they're there for reference, because, you know, now that we're like...
And now I can spell people's names right, too. That's the biggest thing.
You can spell people's names right, and you can watch, like, you can watch shows that are from not here. Like, BBC shows, like, I love them, but I can't fucking understand half of the shit that people are saying. And with subs on, fucking bang that shit out. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, The Expanse would be very difficult without subtitles.
It
with
is.
The belters.
The fucking belters. The belter
Some sort of weird Spanish.
Creole.
Yeah.
It's like Southern talk with some Creole.
But it's got a bunch of Spanish in there, too.
Yes, and Spanish. Yeah, the book Belter Creole is different from the show, and I actually watched an interview with the guy that wrote the show Belter Creole, and it's pretty interesting stuff. Just like people who speak Klingon, there will be people that get married in Belter Creole.
These motherfuckers.
Hey, man, when you're into it, you're into it. I don't know.
I guess so.
Yeah. I think we did a pretty good job of keeping this going on for a long time. I think we can just end the podcast now.
Yeah, my AirPods just beeped at me too. So,
well, you do have those peasant ones that don't.
I do. I have the first gen peasant one still.
But I'm sure you know this as you travel a lot. If you take one out, throw it in the case for about 5 minutes, take it out, put the other one in for 5 minutes, you're fucking gold.
Yeah.
They charge so fast.
And it doesn't matter because I can hear through both of them anyways.
Here we go, fucking selling products for a company that doesn't need help. AirPods are fucking magical, guys.
Go to Disneyland with your AirPods.
Go to Disneyland with your AirPods, watch The Mandalorian, and buy a new iPhone.
And get circumcised.
Right. And more importantly, buy yourself and your friends copies of Postal 4. We're pretty shameless, as you can see right on this artwork. It says donate. We have a donate set up. If you want to get your name put in the credits, just send some money on over to PayPal@GoPostal.com. Obviously not $1. That's not going to get your name into the credits. And if you do it, let me know. Write me, MikeJ@GoPostal.com, so I know who you are and I can get whatever nickname you want in the credits. We're going to be probably putting up some form of Kickstarter soon enough so people will be able to buy various levels of support. Get your fucking face in the game. Maybe get your voice in the game. Who knows? We don't know what we're going to be fucking doing. Someone says, Mike, next time bring in Carl and Rudy for a Postal 2 retrospective. No. I wouldn't even know how to get a hold of either of those motherfuckers. Carl's got 18 kids. He doesn't have time for this shit. And Rudy, fucking chicken queen, no thank you. Anyway, this has been the 13th episode. 14th episode.
Get it right, man.
God damn it. And it's titled wrong, too. Fuck. I got to go retitle this shit on YouTube later. This was the 14th episode of the I Regret Nothing podcast. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Thank you, Eric, for chiming in. It was a good time. And maybe by the time we do the next one, we'll have some more interesting Star Wars and Apple products to talk about.
That sounds good. I'll watch those shows.
See you guys. Thanks for watching. All right. And we are out.